YouTube. Today we're going to be going through my entire physical TBR, and we're going to start with the mysteries. It might be a little all over the place genre-wise, but I'm doing it in categories to try to make it a little more organized. We've got Big Little Lies by Leanne Moriarty. I don't know how to pronounce her last name properly, I don't think, but yeah, that was a little cringe. That what I just did, but A Deathly Silence by Jane Isaac. I go into books blindly, but I like to know the genres at least when I go into them. Christmas Caramel Murder by Joanne Fluke. And It's Shiny. The Hunt for the Seventh by Christine Mortenshaw. It's a scholastic, which means it's probably a children's book, but I don't care. I sometimes I read children's books because, you know, it's a nice way to get away from heavy reads, I guess you could say. Bloody Kin by Margaret Marone is the next one. And then, please don't take this video down, but Mortal Prey by John Sanford. I know. There's a picture on here that should not be posted on YouTube because it can be taken down, but I don't care. I don't really care. Okay, moving on. There's only two. This video might get taken down for this. I'm not sure because of that symbol right there. But The Secret Warriors by W.E.B. Griffin. I saw it and I was like, I'm curious why it's called The Secret Warriors but has that symbol. So we're gonna find out eventually when I read it. And then The 23rd Day by R.E. Markland II. And at the bottom, it says, "It can't happen here again until it does." Also, it took place in October 2025, so I think that's when I want to read this. October of next year, just cause, you know? So, yeah. Okay, now we're gonna do Western romance. I have Diana Palmer's Lone Wolf. It's actually got 3 books in one. I can show you what I mean. It's 3 books. Colorado Cowboy, The Wolf on Her Doorstep, and Rescue Cowboy Style. And they're all by different people. That's how I know they're different books. So there's that. And then we have a horror book, and we only have one of those as well, which is Nightmares and Dreamscapes by Stephen King. Yeah. Okay, now we're gonna move on. I'm gonna film the rest of the video like this because the lighting in here is now terrible. But, The Man of the Forest by Zane Grey is a Western. And that is the only regular Western I have. Full Tilt by Janet Ivanovich and Charlotte Hughes. It is a romance and a mystery all in one. Now moving on to fiction, we have Good Eggs by Rebecca Hardiman. Home by Marilyn Robinson. House of Sand and Fog by Andre Dubus III. And it was in Oprah's book club. A Dog's Purpose by W. Bruce Cameron. No Dark Valley by Jamin Langston Turner. and Snow Crash by Neil Stephenson. We also have 2 more. Please Stop Killing Me by Ernest E. Snyder and The Call of the Wild by Jack London. Okay. So now we're gonna go through all my mystery thrillers, like mystery and thrillers in the same book. But the first one I want to show you, I want you to know it's not political, in my opinion, because I did not get it for political reasons, and I also got it before the war started. So, Saving Sophie by Ronald H. Balson, and that right there is why I said it's not for political reasons that I'll be reading this book. So, we're just gonna, yeah, so don't comment political things on here because of this book, please. Thank you. Next, we have Down a Dark Road by Linda Castillo. I think is how you say it. It's either Castillo or Castillo, but we have that. Then we have The Sun by Joe Nesbo. Oh my gosh. Ah! Sorry about that. That was really painful for me. It hit my arm a few times and also mentally painful, but we got The Sun by Joe Nesbo. Nesbo, I don't know. We got that. Now we've got Phantom by Joe Nesbo. I believe is how you say his last name. I don't know, because the O has got a line through it, so. No Plan B by Lee Child and Andrew Child. Neon Prey by John Sanford. Also, if you guys want me to make a video showing the backs of these books or reading the backs of any of these books, let me know. Just comment and I will make a video on it. We've got Some Choose Darkness by Charlie Donnelly. Charlie Donnelly. Some Choose Darkness. Alright. Next we have Dead Aim by Iris Johansson. I'm going to go ahead and show you this one, guys, because I got this at a free library. Spine's a little bit messed up, but when I got it, it wasn't. Like, it was, like, almost brand new condition. But, The Coworker by Frida McFadden, it was trending a while. Around the time I got it, it was still trending, so I grabbed it, and I was like, you know what? We'll read it eventually. I've heard good things about her work, so I figured I'd grab it. And then we've got In the Event of My Death by Carleen Thompson. Hangman by Faye Kellerman. This one, okay, I got this at the thrift store. It has, like, really bad water damage. No mold, thank goodness. But you can see the cover is kind of warped from water damage, I guess. And right there you can tell. But I wanted to read this book so bad for the longest time, so I got it. So Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. It says that it was $13. I did not pay that. I paid 10 cents for it. Because our local thrift store has buy 10 for $1 books, so, but if you get less than 10, it's still $1, which is kind of frustrating, but, because one time I got 6 books, and they charged me $1, so. American Assassin by Vince Flynn, which, I mean, it was still a good deal, but, you know, it's still a little frustrating that I did not expect it, you know. I thought it was going to be 60 cents, but I didn't have $1, so I paid 85 cents, and they were fine with that because they're nonprofit, so. Bones to Ashes by Kathy Reach? I don't know. That is all my mystery thrillers, and moving on to the next category. We have YA. This one and the next one are technically children's, but they're also categorized as YA. And yes, I know, I still have not read this book, and I really need to, but Because of Winn-Dixie by Kate Z. Camillo, I still need to read that book, so Don't come for me. Oh, toes. Anyways, don't come for me for that. The One and Only Ivan. If I like this book, I'm gonna get the second one. They had it at the thrift store a different time I was there. I didn't get it because I didn't have the money for it at the time, but I can always get it on eBay or something, or Scholastic website. Back in Black, an A-list novel by Zoe Dean. And Stargirl by Jerry Spinelli. Moving on to the next category. So now we have the romance slash mystery slash thrillers. So we got Rock Bottom by Fern Michaels. Cover Your Eyes by Mary Burton. Close Call in Colorado by Cindy Myers. The Family by Louise Jensen. And now for the next category. Now we're moving on to romance. Just the plain romances. So A Time to Come Home by Darlene Gardner. That Summer Thing by Pamela Bauer? I don't know. A Hero's Homecoming by Laurie Page. The Bartender's Secret by Caro Carson. The Cowboy by Jane Ann Krentz. So don't judge me for this next one. I've never read her books before. I'm just curious about it. Colleen Hoover, It Ends With Us. I was just curious about why everyone's so hateful towards this person. So I'm gonna read the book because I want to be my own judge about it. But Unbridled Cowboy by Maisie Yates. When We Believed in Mermaids by Barbara O'Neill. Okay. Escape from Ice Mountain by Cassie Miles. A Man I Used to Know by Margaret Dalton. Don't ask. The Widow's Bodyguard by Karen Whiddon. The Major's Holiday Hideaway by Carol Carson. Special Treasures by Sharon Brondos. Man with a Past by Kay Stockham. Take Me All the Way by Tony Blake, and this makes me so sad. It has glue. The pages are glued together, but there's nothing right here. And The Promise by Robin Carr. Continuing on. I thought I had all my mystery slash thrillers, but I was wrong. So we have The Prisoner by Alex Berenson. Desperate by Daniel Palmer. And Miracle Cure by Michael Palmer. Okay, moving on to nonfiction. What Are the Odds? From Crack Addict to CEO, Mike Lindell. It's very interesting. I thought, I might want to read something like that, so yeah. The Forgotten 500 by Gregory A. Freeman. I actually got this from Thrift Books. If you haven't heard of them, you should totally check them out. You can get really cheap books. I think this was $5. And originally it was about $20. So it's a steep discount. You should totally check it out. The Innocent Man by John Grisham. Soldat, Reflections of a German Soldier by that guy and Ted Brousseau. I can't pronounce it, and I'm not going to try to pronounce it because I'm terrible at pronouncing German. So, Hell's Angels by Hunter S. Thompson. The Sniper by Jim Lindsay. The Haunted by Ed and Lorraine Warren. Moving on to romance thrillers, we've got The Conspiracy by Kat Martin. This book ain't a little one. I mean, it's little in this way, but, Mustang Creek Manhunt by Janice K. Johnson. Wyoming Mountain Murder by Juna Rushdan. Murder in the Blue Ridge Mountains by R. Barry Flowers. and To Never Look Back by Linda Lale Miller. Bleh. I found more thrillers. I found 3 more, so. The Chamber by John Grisham, Eye of the Storm by Jack Higgins, and London Bridges by James Patterson. Okay, guys, we're moving on to fantasy. We've got The Healer's War, Elizabeth Ann Scarborough. We've got Sasquatch by Roland Smith. I'm currently reading the first book of the Fablehaven series, and I've been reading it for a few months, off and on, because I get excited about library books, and then I put it down, and then I come back, and then I put it down for another library book. It's crazy, but I love this book. Book 2 of the Fablehaven series. Book 3 of the Fablehaven series. Book 4 of the Fablehaven series, and Book 5 of the Fablehaven series. I'm really enjoying the first book, and I think I'm going to commit to trying to read the whole series next year. We will see, because I do have a lot of books I really want to read, so maybe I'll just read the second or third. We'll see. Not sure if I mentioned, but those were fantasy. I guess this technically counts as a book on my physical TBR because it's a physical book and I'm reading it, but it's from the library, so I just wanted to mention that, and we will count it in the count thing. Okay, moving on to historical fiction, we've got The Dogmaster by W. Bruce Cameron. Okay, we have One Was Annie by Laura K. Reeder. Sarah's Key by Tatiana de Rosny. We have The Secret Life of Bees by Sue Monk Kidd. Lilac Girls by Martha Hall Kelly. And for our final category, we have historical romance. 13 Moons by Charles Fraser. We have Hunter's Law by Pat Tracy. Heart and Home by Cassandra Austen. The Lady and the Outlaw by Dolores Scott. Wild Thunder by Cassie Edwards. We have Until You by Beatrice Small. Prim and Improper by Liz Ireland. And Cowboy for Hire by Alice Duncan. Thank you for watching today's video. The total count will be right here. Okay, have a great day. Bye-bye.